Hello and welcome. You're with us here on Aspire. I'm Abha.
And I'm Vikram. Here we are at the Comedy Store in Mumbai with a packed edition of Aspire. Here's what we've lined up. It's the battle of the quad-core phones.
Confessions from King Khan himself, who talks about living his dreams and much more.
Actually, we have a very simple existence. My mother used to say this, that kapde wo pehno jo logon ko pasand aate hain, khana wo khao jo tumhe pasand aata hai. We have a very simple lifestyle.
So is the pen still mightier than the sword? We take a look at some of the finest writing instruments available. But before we get chatting with Shah Rukh Khan, let's fill you in on all the buzz in the luxury space this week.
Chopard has taken out a new series called Happy Fish Watches, featuring an undersea world with the dial in different shades of blue. These watches are available in steel or 18-karat rose gold embedded with diamonds. And finally, rounded off with a blue satin strap. Louis Vuitton, the brand better known for their luggage, has recently started manufacturing high-end watches, like the Tambour Monogram Tourbillon, which is an exclusive work of art where both the technical and precious aspects overlap with a clockwork precision.
Now here on Aspire, we love to get inside the lives of celebrities, and we've had personalities from all walks of life on the show. But today, we have someone who really is top of the heap.
That's right, and he's the one that we call Bacha of Bollywood, SRK Shah Rukh, quite simply. Now, everyone aspires to be Shah Rukh Khan, but what does Shah Rukh himself aspire for? That's what we got chatting with him about.
Buying my first Tag Heuer watch, I do remember the person who was selling the watch was an Indian. He did give me a discount. वक्त जो होता है एक बहुत खूबसूरत औरत की तरह होता है. अगर तुम उसके साथ रहना चाहते हो तो उसके गुजरने के बाद उसको पकड़ने की कोशिश करोगे तो वो नहीं पकड़ी जाएगी.
It's an association that goes back a decade through films like My Name is Khan, Ra 1, even the Don series. The connect with the character and the film may be strained sometimes, but the persona of Shah Rukh Khan takes it all, making it larger than life.
This one's a V4, which is genuinely one of the... I got to know about it not from Tag Heuer. I got to know about it from a book I was reading, one of my indulgent books, which said this is one of the greatest inventions of the 21st century because it is based on a car fan belt model. Normally they are based on spring systems and the crystal movement, but this one is on a car. So this took a little long. I asked for it about 4 years back. I just got it in about 6 months because I think the prototype, they tested it and then I came out with it. So it's really cool because I've never seen something like this. So maybe people back home would like it also. So if
that's the one.
Yeah, so it kind of twists here, and this movement of this metal moving makes the watch
and
go crazy.
Black, I noticed again.
Yeah, they wouldn't. The color I leave to my tag team, and they always give me black for some reason. Right. I like in watches. I like white.
Yeah.
So,
is it?
Yeah. So this is the new one.
It offsets the black that you want.
I like white. It's just clearer and easier to read without glasses. So this is the new one they've launched, 1887 Carrera, which is it's got an oscillating pinion, which you have to buy this watch and find out what it means. It was a system I think Mr. Heuer himself designed, Edward Heuer, I think in 1887, and they've reintroduced it in a new style, and I think this is very cool. It's like, when in films and movies we try to take the old film like Devdas, recreate it and still make it relevant. I think to take a watch mechanism which is nearly 100 years old, in this time of technology, bring it back with belief that it will still hold true, and in an elegant design like this is very cool.
But time is not on my mind when I meet Shah Rukh. It's more about his indulgences.
To be honest, Vikram, I've reached a stage in life where I don't really have to choose anything as an indulgence. I'll be honest, I like something, I can buy it. So I don't have any And it's true with my children and my family. We don't have a yearning or a desire to go out and indulge ourselves. Because I think Allah's been so kind in terms of work and economics, that you know that it is accessible.
But surely it wasn't always like that. Even before success came, there
No,
must
it's
have been
always
objects
been
of
like
desire.
this. No, it's always been like this.
Even before the success.
Yeah, I mean, even a Tiger watch that I talk about was something I read with a school guy wearing a James Hadley Chase novel. So I said, okay, I'll have a Tiger. But if I didn't have it, I would still be all right. I don't have an indulgence. Books, how many ever you buy, and nowadays when you go abroad and buy a book, you get two for the price of one. So however many books that you buy, at the end of it all, it's not really an indulgence. I think my house is an indulgence, but I never thought of it like this till people started telling me. I'm from Delhi, everybody lives in bungalows. I don't have hugely swanky cars in my house. I don't have, actually we have a very simple existence, really, honestly. I believe, my mother used to say this, that kapde wo pehno jo logon ko pasand aate hain, khana wo khao jo tumhe pasand aata hai. And what defines you is the food you eat. We eat dal, chawal, roti. I don't even eat roti actually. So we eat beans and we eat, grilled chicken, which is very normal food. I have cooks in my house who leave the job because our food is so simple. They say we are being wasted here. So we have a very simple lifestyle. But when we go outside, when we walk outside, because it is the norm that you dress up well. Very few people would know. I have, I'm like rich. I've got like 10 pair of black suits, and about 5 white shirts and 5 black.
What is this fascination with black?
Because I don't really go and indulge myself in choosing colors and designer and stuff. I'm like, black is good. So, and everywhere I go, to my shops also. Like in London, I go to one shop and the guys come out and say, "So we've got a new shade of black," and I'm happy with that. I'm happy that I don't have. I only have the desire to create new things in the work field that I have. And I think all the indulgences that I have are kept for my movies. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and see Ravan once again. I have this strange affinity that I don't go by brands, to be honest. I don't go shopping. Most of the stuff that I get is, from the films that I'm doing, because my dressing mostly in films, if it's not Pahelia clothes that I would wear normally. Suits, I have one style with Naresh from Masculine Mares and Dolce & Gabbana sometimes designs it. But I have a very simple way of living, so just white shirts and black pants or t-shirts and jeans. But I have this that I go and pick on. If you put me in a room and say, okay, pick on the things that you like of any product, and if I pick them on, I somehow end up picking up the nicest in that category. I have this eye for things. So yes, I sometimes, the sneakers I like is actually, I found out later. I was sitting with Sushmita Sen one day and at a press conference like this, and she says, "Oh, Mr. Khan, you wear Pacioti shoes." And I didn't know Pacioti is a big brand. I just bought it because I saw it in a store sometime and I liked the way they felt.
Right.
So similarly for jeans, if I find a pair of jeans which fits me, if somebody brings it to me at a shooting, or if by chance I'm shopping somewhere, which is seldom, I pair a pair of jeans and I think it fits well, I'll buy 3-4 of them because I'm happy, because I wear jeans only most of the time.
I know you're very big on gaming and you carry your PlayStation everywhere that you go. Is this true? Yeah?
I have a bulletproof metal box in which I carry all my PlayStations in.
So are there any favorite games? Are you into shooting games? Are you into
No, I like FIFA.
sports?
I like
FIFA is what you
I
do.
enjoy that, or street soccer, or all the sporty games I like. Sometimes car racing. My kids sometimes play Monopoly on it. But I like to play more sports-like games, yeah.
Yeah? Is that because you don't get a chance to do it elsewhere? Doing it
At a
already?
scale that I would like to do, no, I don't get. And I don't even think it's just the paucity of time. It's also because I think I'm, physically you need to be always in condition to play these games. Otherwise you get injured and shooting goes for a toss. But I do get enough time with my kids, with my son who's now grown up. And they're nice, tough boys. They're 14, 15-year-old, and I play football with them at times. But yeah, it does make it a little difficult to do it regularly. you get injured. Now I have some time, so maybe I'll play. I do take out time for it. But no, it's not because I can't do it actively, so I do it on television. You know, real life sports, real life living is extremely different from screen life living and playing sports.
But there's films, there's also sports. You've done exceptionally well in both now. Because
yes, again, it was given to me on a platter. It's not something that I designed. I like sports a lot. To me, if I was not a film actor, I would like to have been a sportsman.
Yeah, you've said
I think these are the two jobs I always felt I will be good at, or join the army. These are the three things I would have, I would have been happy doing either of the three. Now, because I've been acting for so long, I can't think of the other two. But I think they're equally ennobling. They're equally wonderful and exciting professions to be in. So I would tell all the young kids, be a sportsman, be an army officer, or be an actor. It's really exciting and
but the kind of lifestyle that you'd have in all three of them would be very different from each other. The lifestyle of a superstar is very different from a sportsman, or for that matter, being in the army.
No, I think the biggest superstar of being in the army. I think it's the coolest. Short hair, amazingly uniform, wear Ray-Bans, and fight for the country.
But you won't get to endorse the kind of watches that you do.
I wouldn't need to then. Then you endorse your country.
Yes.
And it's a much bigger high than anything else, actually. So that's. I personally would be happy doing either three. I would still fight for my country if I'm called upon to do so. I may be the only guy who's wearing a Tag Heuer designer watch, but I'd fight for my country with the same heart as anybody else would. But having said that, I think even that business was given to me on a platter. Friends were planning it, Jay and Lalit and everyone, BCCI, Rajiv Shuklaji. I've known them. They know my penchant for sports. They like it. And they just told me, and it wasn't a business I could ill afford actually.
Yeah.
And then friends came on along, like Nokia and Tag Heuer. They said, we'll give in the monies, and I think it's a good thing because in India you don't have that kind of property. So I think everything just fell into place. But for me, the most important aspect of that business, so to say, was to be able to create a team which can win.
Right.
Which I realize I can't on my own. It depends on the field. But finally, after sticking with it, I have the resilience of, if I like something, to stick with it long enough. If I don't like it, I don't even get into it. So I love it. I love sports. I would like to do football, I would like to do hockey, whichever sports I've played. But having stuck to it, now it feels nice, because I think being a movie star brings with it a huge amount of positives, that people recognize your brand if you're attached to it in a moment.
Yes.
But also brings about a lot of expectations and, credit issues. That people believe that you are successful as an actor, so you'll be successful as a cricket team player or an owner. And all that, I think, put undue pressure on all my partners and friends. So I'm happy now that it's settled, that monkey's off our back, and we won a championship.
All right, let's take a very quick break here on Aspire. When we return,
we are talking about quad-core phones. This is a shootout of the ones that are available in the market right now.
And some exclusive writing instruments that cost a bomb.